A lot of you probably never had a job, or at least really don't want to have one. And to a certain extent, I don't blame you. Like, oh my, like it can be really bad, especially if it's like food service. But some of you are trying to get a job anyway. Don't worry your pretty little head. If you can't get a job right now because no one's hiring, you just have to wait for a job that will hire literally anyone. That's how I got my first job, and that just happened to be a water park. Yes, you got clickbaited in the thumbnail. I did not work at McDonald's. My first job was a water park. I looked back recently. It's a weirdly highly rated water park. It's 4.2 stars, which is really good, all things considered, because I live in Arkansas, so it's like, you know, Arkansas does not have the greatest reputation for water parks. That's not exactly what we're known for. But I did work there, so as far as I'm concerned, I worked at a prestigious water park, okay? That's where I worked. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it in this video. I want to talk about my amazing water park working experience. I know this is not what I usually do, but that's what I'm doing anyway. Very soon after I was hired, maybe about a week, I was added to a little group chat. I think it's called Group Me or something. They asked if anyone was available for preseason work, like set up some stuff in the park that we could. I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can perfectly do that. It was certainly something. I think it was the most labor intensive thing I've done. Not because it was really difficult to do, but because I was really, and still am, really deficient in vitamin D. Everything I do feels like probably like 50 times harder than it would for me if I just had like actual good vitamin D levels. The first thing I remember, I show up, I don't know who my boss is, I don't remember, so I'm just kind of like, there was maintenance guys, I didn't know who they were, so I was just like, I thought my boss's name was Andrew or Drew. I was right, that was his name. But I asked him like, dude, is there a Drew around here or something like that? I asked something like, you know, and they asked if I worked there. I was like, yeah. And then I think he said something like, I kid you not, I think he said something like Clarence. Like, it was so incredibly not related to what I said. Like, I said Drew, and he was like, what, you say Clarence? It's like, yeah. Sure, I just said yeah, because like maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe the boss's name was Clarence. It was not, but they did find me, thankfully, and they put me in the kitchen. I was gonna do a bunch of kitchen work, okay? Very unfortunately, I did not do the kitchen work. I think it was just a bunch of cleaning, but I did not do the kitchen work because some guy needed some walls painted. I kid you not. My first thing I did at my job at a water park was painting walls. They had like very specific paint, and you had to paint in a not too specific way, but they didn't want you to like do a bad job. They wanted to do a lot of attention to detail. I don't remember doing a particularly bad job. I had to do it with another guy. He didn't do the same role as me in the water park. I don't think I ever saw him ever again after the paint thing. I might have said 2 things to the guy, and he tried saying 2 things to me, and that I was very like not very social at the time. This was last year too. I even then, I'm better socially now than I was then. I was just kind of like, I didn't know what to say, and he probably didn't know what to say to me, because what do you even say to someone who barely talks to you? So yeah, pretty much I painted for like 2 to 3 hours straight. By the end of it, I was like, actually, like, can we stop painting now? And that was that. After that, I did like another day of preseason work, and I think I just didn't show up for the 3rd one because I'm like, God, I'm not doing this again. Because I'll tell you why. On my way there, I used a GPS. I didn't know how to get there. I wasn't familiar driving in that area, so I used the GPS, and it took me in a really strange route the second time around. It took me down an interstate, which I'm not used to, so I asked my family for like ways to get there, and they said back roads. So I go the back roads, but I used GPS at the same time, so it rerouted. I eventually got there without GPS, but it like rerouted me into very like strange areas. One of those areas was kind of like, it was like this. Like, this is some highway back road type stuff, and then you turn left and you're with a bunch of other cars, okay? There's a turning lane, all that. So I'm going, and GPS immediately says, hey, you turned the wrong way, you need to turn left right now. And I like panic, so I look at my phone, then turn left. Boom, fender bender right there. Second day on the job, and I got in a fender bender. Everything's fine, obviously. I'm still here, I'm still fine, but it was a really, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the worst fender bender you could have had. I don't think I have any pictures of the damages. It wasn't awful, but you could definitely tell I got into one. So I'm just like really carefully going to work from that area. I show up late, obviously. Like, duh, I got a fender bender, and I told the supervisor that. He's like, you got a fender bender? I'm like, yeah. So I almost did kitchen work again. In fact, I think I actually did that time. not for long, maybe about 30 minutes. I was just cleaning stuff to like really intense attention to detail. That I didn't put that same effort in the job for cleaning anytime after, but I did at the start, and then I learned I really shouldn't because it's a water park. Who really cares? Just do it the way your boss says you should, and then don't do it anymore, else you're gonna be relied on to do it. It's gonna be awful. I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this at the start of the video. I worked in food service, okay? Just so we're all clear, you're probably confused. I was not a lifeguard, I was food service, okay? So that should clear up some confusion you might be having right now. So yeah, I was cleaning the kitchen and stuff. A guy needed me to help him with cleaning the pools out, okay? I was going from April to May. It opened at like the late May, so it went from April to May. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that, okay? So it's really painful. It's really annoying. They're big pools. They're not small pools by any means. They're pretty huge pools. There was a lot of leaves in the center. Let's put it that way. I had to like rake the leaves in, but with like a net. It was certainly something. And while I'm doing that, I noticed a weird like shaped object. I'm like, what the heck is that? Is that like what? Like I didn't understand what it was. And I look a little closer. I'm like, is that a dead bird? I go back to my boss. He's like, are you already done? I'm like, no, I found a dead bird in the pool. He's like, wait, are you sure? Are you sure it was a dead bird? I'm like, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain that was a dead bird. He like thought I missaw it at first. And then he looked for himself with me. And he's like, no, that's certainly a dead bird. And he just told me to throw it away. He told me to scoop it up with the net and throw it away. He said he would do it if I didn't want to. And I said, no, I'm fine. I'll do it. I don't mind. I didn't know if we should do anything about it. He said, no, just throw it away. After I'm done cleaning the pools, I didn't do a fantastic job. I did better than nothing. Like a bunch of people show up, okay? It was after school after that. The big boss comes in and says, hey, Elijah, come in with me real quick. And then he takes me with a bunch of other people. Some I worked with after, some I did not. But we had to, like, there were beach folding chairs, weirdly authentic ones for a water park. Like, you actually had to tie the base and the, like part you actually lay on together. I absolutely hated doing it. Let's put it that way. It was really complicated for no reason. And if you went to me now and said, hey, Elijah, set up this beach chair, I'd be like, absolutely not. Why? No, I don't know how to do that. And you could not teach me. I had to do like 4 or 5 of them. And I had to get help with 3 of them. Maybe 4 of them. I had to do 1 by myself. And I didn't even do it right. He just kind of said, okay, let me do it. After I almost had the first one finished and I screwed it up, people had like 3 done. It was bad. I hate these things. I did that for like 2 hours straight, by the way. I was kind of wondering, like, why am I at this part of my life where I could be doing so many amazing things, but I'm over here folding bench chairs. After they're all set up, and let me tell you, there was a crap ton of them, and I only did like 3. There was like 20 or 30 of them, and I did 3. We had to take chairs, okay? We had to take these like kind of outside sitting decorated chairs. We had to pick them up like 5 at a time, and one of these things are heavy, let alone like 5. Go all the way to the other side of the park and then put them down. It's not a small park, may I add. You probably were walking like half a mile just to put 5 chairs down, go all the way back, pick up 5 more, go half a mile back, put more chairs down, go all the way back, rinse and repeat. And let me tell you, it was awful. It was really bad. I went home and immediately passed out. That's how that day ended, okay? So that was certainly a day. That was probably the most eventful day there I had. Preseason anyway. I'll probably make more videos on this water park experience because I keep thinking of more, but this video would be like actual hours long if I told you them all. I have like story arcs from it. It wasn't even a year of this, not even a whole year, and I have like actual story arcs and like different people I like talk to, but that's the preseason work. So I might make the post preseason a whole new video because I'm realizing this is getting really long, but I'll give you some rundown. I'll give you some basic stuff of what to expect or like some information about the park, okay? So I just said I worked at food service, right? Well, the food was really overpriced as expected. It's a water park, and really bad. And there was so many variety. It's like, it was so weird how much variety there was. Okay, great for this. They had pizza, hot dogs. Okay, you would expect that at a water park, you know, pizza and hot dogs. Chicken quesadillas, barbecue chicken wraps, barbecue chicken pizzas, cheeseburgers, soft tacos. It's like, what the heck? This is a water park, not a restaurant. Why are we... I might add, you might be thinking, oh, Elijah, nobody ordered those, right? No, a lot of people ordered those. And good god. Anytime I think of like the worst day for the actual food service part of the job, it was definitely the 4th of July. Oh my god, 4th of July was bad. One big thing there was one lady, she complained, you know, we're taking too long on her food despite the line literally, like there was some days, this was one of them where the line, there just wasn't a line. There were so many people, there was no longer a line. It was just like actually like just a crowd of people. You would think it's like the front of a concert. So she sees that after ordering her food. I don't know how long she was waiting. I will admit there were some really long wait times. What you would ideally do, or we would just tell you, is like how long it would probably take so you could go swim and come back and your food would be done. I guess she was like waiting at like the service window the entire time where you actually get your food. And she eventually complained like, hey, this is taking a really long time, but she was like really upset about it. And we try explaining to her, you know, it's really busy, you know, like literally just look to your left. There's a crap ton of people. So, you know, it's gonna be a little difficult to get your food out. We're sorry, you know, we'll throw something extra in. We did that a lot. Were we supposed to? Absolutely not. But what are you gonna do? She'll still mad. She'll still go walking away real mad. And then we give her food. I think we literally just forgot a bag of chips. And she's like, get really mad about it. Someone gave it to her. It fell. And she just accused everyone in the kitchen of just being so mean and throwing food at her. It's to the point she goes complaints to the manager. The manager comes in here. By the way, this is not Drew. This was a lady named Brittany. Drew quit long before this, and I don't blame him. He quit like at the beginning of the season, but she comes in and she's like, did you all throw like food at her? Like, you said y'all throw food at her. Did you do that? And we're like, no, we just gave it to her and it fell. She's like, okay. I don't know what the aftermath of it was. I just know it's like, are we being for real? I remember another thing. It was really close to closing, okay? So I don't remember if it was on the 4th of July. We're just gonna say it was. We were really close to closing, okay? We're doing order after order. There was a stack of orders. He's like, I keep doing them and doing them. Some kid goes to the out window where the food comes out, and he's like, can I have a hot dog? I'm like, yo, you ordered a hot dog? Sure, here, let me make that for you, okay? So I go make the hot dog, you know, it's all in the hot box, okay? They're pre-made, duh. So I come back with the hot dog and some chips, and he was back, okay? He went back for some reason. He was no longer at the front. He went back. Some other lady, I guess they ordered a hot dog, so they thought it was hers. And the kid runs up and grabs the hot dog and says, thank you, and leaves. And then I kind of realized, oh, he didn't pay for that hot dog. He just came up, asked for a hot dog, and I gave it to him. The lady that I almost gave the food was like, did you order a hot dog? I'm like, not sure. The video is getting really long now, but I have one more story to tell. This was during a thing called a dark water, okay? So a dark water was basically what it sounds like. After the park closes, about an hour or two after, it'll be open till like 9 p.m. and then it's just night swimming. Oh my god. If there's any time that's busier than the 4th of July, it's always a dark water, okay? Always. It's really, like, it was bad. I had a coworker. She was, God, let's put it this way. She was 15 or 16, maybe 14, maybe, because I heard her often complain they can't be working 14-year-olds this much or whatever. It's like, holy crap, are you 14 and working on a water park? Like, good lord. And the big thing I'm going with here, this is she had a baby. She had a baby, and she was 14 and had a baby. What? That's not even where I was going with this story, but like I just wanted to throw that out there. She was 14 and had a baby. Are we being for real? And I saw the baby once too. There's another thing called a mini melt truck, which is just dipping dots, off-brand basically. And I ran that a lot. And she comes up on a dark water and is like bragging to her friend that she used to eat all the mini melts, which we all did. She's holding her baby. That was her baby. She had a baby. Am I too innocent for this world, or is that absolutely crazy? Anyway, where I was going with this story was not that. That went a whole different direction, but a guy asked for nachos, okay? I think he just ordered nachos and a drink, whatever. The girl I was just talking about, she was a cashier, and she, I think she legit said that guy's being a doo-doo head or something like that. The word doo-doo was used in there once to describe him. I don't know what it was, but I think it was doo-doo head. So she's like, no, Elijah, this guy was a doo-doo head. We need to just let me take this from you real quick as I'm like making the nachos. She's like, no, give him whole ones. Give me the whole ones. I'm like, I'm putting chips in. She's like, no, give him whole ones. I'm like, all right. So I put more whole ones in the chips, and then she's like, okay, I'll take this from you. She goes to the back, goes to the serving counter, and is like, here you go, sir. Have a great day. She's getting real nice. I'm like, I saw absolutely nothing. I didn't see anything. She could have put soap in them because there was a janitor's closet back there where she went. She could have spitted them. She could have put soap in them. She could have put cleaner in them. I don't know what she did. I didn't see anything. okay? Working in any customer service or any food type ordeal, especially really fast-paced ones, you'll learn stuff from them. You will actually learn full life lessons from it. Anyway, if y'all want to see more of like my water park working horror stories, you just comment. I'll probably end up doing it anyway because I really enjoy doing this, but I don't ask very often, but I might as well in this. Can you guys subscribe, please? Can you pretty please subscribe? I gain subscribers really slowly, and I don't want to ever work at a water park ever again, so I would really like to get monetized. I'm actually really close to getting monetized. It's just like I got like a big jump, okay? Now I'm over halfway there, and it's climbing so slowly. It's like tiptoeing to it. I do streams now with like a donation thing set up. I'm not asking you to donate to me, but if you want to, I won't stop you. Yeah, check out some of my streams. I like streaming, and then ask me about water parks, I guess. I don't know, but